Hi and welcome. I'm ZNSolo101 with another Minecraft tutorial. Today I'll be going over mushroom farms and how you can make your own 100% automatic mushroom farm. And getting stew without growing mushrooms? Stay tuned to find out more. Before we get started, a few facts about mushrooms are they can only really be used in 3 different crafting recipes: fermented spider eyes, mushroom stew, and rabbit stew. And they're not edible unless you're crafting it in a recipe. Another thing is the brown ones emit a low level light of 1. So in a dark place, you'll notice that they light up the ground and around it, just a light level of 1. You can only grow 5 of the same kind of mushrooms in a 9 by 9 area by 3. So 9 by 9 by 3. They can't spread in light levels above 13 and can be placed on any block with a light level below 13, but can only spread to a dirt block and types of dirt like mycelium, coarse dirt. So that excludes like wool, stone, and things like that. It has to be a dirt block of one type. Alright, let's jump into this build, guys, before wasting any more time. Okay, to get started, well, we're going to need some chests, dirt, or mycelium, or whatever you're using. Depends on what you're using. Make sure you have some mushrooms, as many sticky pistons as you need, observer blocks, hoppers, a minecart with a hopper, a choice of glass if you desire. Any building block will work. These can be in the total black. These can be 100% covered up. They do not need light, and actually if you try to plant these on things besides mycelium or pedestal, they will break in the light. So this only works like this, not covered, because I'm not using regular dirt blocks. Alright, and the first thing I'm going to do to get started is just mark my first place here by putting my place in for my chest. I like them sunk into the ground here a little bit. This one's only 4. This here prevents there from being too many mushrooms. You can build it a little bit bigger before you have to worry about it being up to the maximum of 5 of the same mushroom in a 9 by 9 area. You'll never do it in a straight line if you stagger them 1 brown, 1 red, 1 brown, 1 red. You should be fine as far as you can go. So this is the design we're going to go with because I find it very efficient. Alright, I'm going to place my chests in here like so. Then we're going to put a hopper on top of each of those chests. From here, it's the easiest to get the rail out. And make sure you're shift clicking the track on top. And from here, we actually want to make sure that we place our block, because it gets much harder to place it afterwards. After that, it's as simple as putting in this here minecart, hopper with a minecart, minecart with a hopper, and place those on the track. There we go. It's pretty good already. It's getting there. I'm going to place a block like this. Just a temporary block, so that I can click the observer facing right here. So when it grows, it'll detect it, it'll break it, it'll detect that it's breaking and put it back. Okay, we need another temporary block. I think right there. Okay, I'm just gonna build this here along here. And then we're gonna grab a sticky piston and place them in here. We don't need that anymore at all. Okay, from here it's really simple. We only need a few blocks out here. I'm going to use mycelium. You don't have to. But we're going to put one on each side. Then we're just gonna make a line through here. You can use regular dirt for this. The mushrooms just will not grow on it unless you have the light below a certain level. So, and the mycelium will spread to it. So I'll use regular dirt for this here example. And then break all of these so the mycelium doesn't spread to it. Oh no, we definitely want to use mycelium. It's these ones here that don't need it. Okay, there we go. Or I won't be able to plant the mushrooms. Okay, there we go. Then plant your mushrooms. From here, there's only a few ways you can do it. They'll only spread to a block with the light level below 13. So from here, we have to make sure that we get this here quite a bit darker. Make sure you break this block, or the piston will just push it out. Well, I guess I can leave that one. Alright, there we go. So this is what it should look like. Once you have this here pattern, that's it. You just have to wait for them to grow. Fill it in as you like. So it's a pretty easy build. I'm going to fill in here, make it the same as the other side, and put some glass around it. You don't need to put the glass. I put the glass here because it does stop them from growing. You don't want big mushrooms in your mushroom farm. So once you have it there, you just cover it like that. And you want to make sure that you cover this one with a solid block. There. Once it's all covered up, this will start producing mushrooms for you. I have this here example opened up. It is usually like this. So that it kind of looks like a mushroom. So from here, that's pretty easy. It takes quite a while for mushrooms to grow. They're actually the slowest growing thing in the whole game. There's only a 1% chance at grow tick for these here to grow. So the chances of you getting a lot of mushrooms out of something this here small would be very, very slim. I would have more than one of these. They're not too hard on redstone. They take a lot of parts though, where you'd need the hopper mine carts. But other than that, this is a pretty simple and basic build. So that's everything there is, guys. It's complete. Now, if you're only doing this here build to get something like mushroom stew, or like, yeah, just mushroom stew really fast, what I would do is get a bucket or a bowl and get stew from a mushroom cow, because you can milk them in a bucket, and if you use a bowl on them, let me see, let me get a bowl. And to be honest, finding one of these is going to be a lot quicker. If you're making stew, this is going to be very, very slow. These grow at 1%. They're the slowest growing. It will take a long time. You have to build a lot of this here to get them very fast. Or if you're only doing it for stew, you can just grab a bunch of bowls, walk up to a mushroom cow, and you get stew. Just as fast as when you're milking them. It's an unlimited supply. I would just find a place where you can get some mushroom cows and just haul them back to base, and I would just milk it. If them despawning is a problem, this here farm still might be your best bet, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew that you can just get a mushroom cow and pretty much just milk stew out of it instead of building something like this and only being able to make a bowl or two every 4 or 5 hours. You're not getting they take a long time to grow. I've only gotten a few so far in this build that I did, which I'll be doing next. If you want to see this here build done, leave a comment below, because I'd be very interested to build this here to see how many people would actually like to see it and be interested in it. But it's still slow. I have 1, 2 mushrooms, 3 there. So this has been running for about 6 hours. And I have enough to make maybe 5 stews. So their grow time is really, really poor. And building something like this is actually pretty easy. And it has a 12 by 9 spacing from each one so that they can grow without having to worry about hitting the more than 5 cap. It'll pick it first thing that it grows. But if you like or found this video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching.